Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Miami Dolphins 22-7. You're watching the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. Hello, welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Miami Dolphins 22-7. And this was a game that, come on, or at least I can say a result that, all of us were expecting. The Bengals beat the Dolphins, we all got it. A lot of people tuned out of this game because it really wasn't that entertaining, unfortunately, after the first half. I felt the first half was pretty good, pretty entertaining, but then after that, kind of entailed off. But hey, I love football, so I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it regardless. I may do a little homework on the side, but I'm going to enjoy it. Now let's get to the Miami Dolphins because I think they're the ones that is the more intriguing discussion to talk about right now. So the Dolphins, let's start with quarterback Ryan Tannehill. Now this guy is getting killed right now on Twitter. People saying, oh, he stinks, he sucks. And, I'll tell you this. I don't think that he's very good, okay? I would have never signed him to that extension that they gave him. I think they're in trouble in terms of the quarterback position. I'm not sure he's ever going to be a franchise quarterback for your football team, or at least a good one. I guess he is, by default, when you have a 5-year contract, for over $70 million, or I guess it's over $80 million, actually. You are a franchise quarterback for your franchise. But that doesn't mean you're a very good one, okay? So, yes, he's a franchise quarterback for you. That doesn't mean he should be or that, he's a good one. But despite everyone hating on him for this performance today, I don't think he was that bad. The interception was horrible, okay? That interception over the middle of the field, he tried to force the ball there. It was intercepted. It was bad. I will give you that. But beyond that, I don't think he was that bad. I didn't note too many throws that were, way inaccurate, many bad reads or anything like that. I thought his offensive line played absolutely horrible today. They gave up 5 sacks today. They're shuffling guys in and out. Brandon Albert's out at the left tackle position. Laramie Tunsil slid over to that side. And, this was a guy that was supposed to be pro-ready. And, maybe when they come out with some analytics after this game, they'll tell you he played well. But I don't think he played well today at all. In terms of individual one-on-one pass blocking, he was fine. But I don't think he picked up, certain blitzes very well. I didn't think he helped out his teammates, his, left guard very well at all. And I thought he just didn't recognize what the Bengals were throwing at him. In terms of one-on-one, oh yeah, he's a good pass blocker, but he's still putting the game together up here. And that's why he hasn't been a left tackle for you. And that's why I was really disappointed with him tonight. You have Craig Urbick, who absolutely stinks. Jawan James, who continues to be inconsistent. Jermon Bushrod, who does not look like a natural fit at guard right now. This Dolphins offensive line stinks. And we've seen this story with Ryan Tannehill before. This guy was sacked 58 times only a couple of years ago, was sacked 54 times only a couple years ago. And this guy never gets protection, and yet again, he's not getting protection. So although I am not a big fan of Ryan Tannehill, and I will never, endorse the Dolphins for extending Ryan Tannehill, I don't think this night is the night to pack on Ryan Tannehill, say, oh, he stinks, he sucks, replace him, bench him. But I'll tell you this, remember before the season, who's the guy that said Ryan Tannehill was going to be benched? It was this guy, and I said by week 8, and I think if they lose some more games, that's what's going to happen. They're going to want to see Matt Moore in this offense as opposed to Ryan Tannehill. Right now, your run game is an absolute joke. I don't think you want to run the football, and you definitely can't run the football even when you want to do it. Now, Jay Ajayi did have 33 yards today on only 6 carries. But, man, that's not a running game. Arian Foster's banged up. Why you ever trusted him to stay healthy is beyond me, and it should be beyond you. And the rest of your running backs, Kenyon Drake, yeah, he's a nice little toy, but he's not a running back. Your running game is non-existent. It stinks. Your wide receivers, Parker, Landry, they're really good. Kenny still only a one-trick pony, but hey, he had a touchdown today. Parker, I don't know where he was for most of this game. I don't know where Devontae Parker was. Landry only showed up, to me in the second half, so I was a little disappointed by their play. Obviously, I need to look at the All-22 to see if they were just just getting open and Ryan Tannehill wasn't finding them, or if Ryan Tannehill was getting sacked before he could find them. But, just looking at, the game, I was disappointed in their performances, but we know that they're talented. We know that they're good. Offensive line, though, that's the big problem today to me. Defensively, in Ndamukong Suh, this guy's still getting good pressure, still being disruptive. I don't know why teams that have Ndamukong Suh, and there's only been two, you and the Lions, refuse to pair this man with another good defensive tackle. You know what this guy could do with another defensive tackle on his football team that's worth a damn? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to tell me Jordan Phillips isn't that bad. You're going to tell me Earl Mitchell's pretty good. I'm not talking about no Earl Mitchell or no Jordan Phillips. I'm talking about pair him with someone good. Spend a first or a second rounder and pair him with someone good. And I know you spent like a second or third rounder on Jordan Phillips. He's not that good. Get someone good, and I think Ndamukong Suh will really start to get to the quarterback instead of just getting hurries, because he's still being disruptive. We can see that. Everyone else on the defensive line for the Dolphins, they're not playing well. I mean, they're just not making an impact at all to me. The linebacker is unimpressive. I mean, they can make plays every now and then, but not much. And then the secondary stinks. The cornerbacks suck. Tony Lippett may have some nice plays every now and then, but you benched Byron Maxwell. You started Tony Lippett. He played okay, but AJ Green, I mean, he was tearing them up, your cornerbacks. Your cornerbacks stink. And this is something you could have seen and you should have seen before the season. And yet, you went into the season saying, hey, we have Xavier Howard. Wow, we're going to be good. I mean, come on. That was just a faulty premise right there. Rashad Jones still makes some nice plays, but he is not enough. We move on to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, quarterback Andy Dalton, he played well today. Okay, I will say that he played pretty well today. My big problem with Andy Dalton is, for as much talent as this Bengals team always has, first of all, you can't win a playoff game. And, whenever you're watching, like, the Chargers or you're watching the Saints, I mean, these teams don't win very many games. But without a doubt that Philip Rivers and Drew Brees, they are the reason they're winning the games that they win. That if it were not for them, they would not be winning any games whatsoever. I don't really feel that with Andy Dalton. And, I think that's really the thing that was holding him back. Last year, he was really playing well, but I think he's taken another step back. I'm not sure if he's as dominant as he was last year. I think he's back to the old Andy Dalton, who's pretty good, not great, not a top 10 quarterback. And I thought he was a top 10 quarterback last year. This year, he had some nice throws, had a nice throw to Brandon LaFell, and they just threw the ball up to AJ Green, and AJ Green got it. But I don't know. I'm not really buying into Andy Dalton. But I'll tell you this. I still have you guys being a playoff team. And I think your two losses, one was to the Broncos, the other was to the Steelers. Those are playoff teams. So you're a playoff team. But when you make it to the playoffs, can you beat those teams? There's still not enough reason to believe. And if Andy Dalton was playing at the level of a Philip Rivers, playing at the level of a Drew Brees, not even, the best. I'm not saying he has to be the best, but just top 10, we can have a discussion. But until he plays at that level, I can't pick the Bengals to win a playoff game, and neither should you. The running game didn't do very well. And I think it's mainly due to the Dolphins' run defense. I thought, again, Ndamukong Suh was playing really well. Rashad Jones was showing up in the run game. So Jeremy Hill didn't really do much of anything. Had, consistent production, but the production wasn't very good. 3 yards, nothing great. Giovanni Bernard didn't do anything. Absolutely nothing except for one nice catch over the middle. Receivers, AJ Green was absolutely dominant. Thank God that I drafted him in fantasy. I got some criticism heading into this year when I made my Bengals preview, and I did not say, or I said that I don't think AJ Green is elite. Okay? And let me be clear. When I say elite, that literally means top 5. That's literally my definition. If you are elite, you are top 5 at your position. Now, is AJ Green top 5 at his position? Right now, it's close. He's had 2 great games. Great game against the Jets, great game against the Dolphins today. Problem. Why did he only have 2 catches for 38 yards against the Steelers? Why? Why does he have just these clunkers where he doesn't look aggressive, he doesn't look, to be looking for the football, and he just kind of finds his way out of the game? I don't get it. But the way he's playing this season, he's looking really good. So just be a little more consistent, AJ Green. That's all I ask of you. The defense was playing really well. Vontaze Burfict came back, and you could see his impact. I mean, what a play as he defended that ball over the middle, intended for Jarvis Landry. This guy is covering Jarvis Landry. Landry knocking the ball down before he can reach Jarvis Landry's hands. This is a wide receiver. This is a top 20 wide receiver in the NFL. And he absolutely made a great play there. I mean, Vontaze Burfict is, I think, one of the top 5 inside linebackers, in the NFL, and he continues to prove that to me. I think it's absolutely great. Just needs to keep his head on straight and stop trying to knock off the heads of other players. Everyone else defensively for the Bengals, I mean, I thought everyone played well. They really shut down the Dolphins today, and they're playing well. Again, you lost to 2 playoff teams. You didn't get blown out by either one of them. I mean, the Broncos, they pretty much dominated you, but, you stayed in there. So, again, Bengals are still a playoff team to me. They're 2-2. I get that the Ravens are 3-0, could be 4-0. I think you're better than the Ravens. And I think when you go up against the Ravens, you're at least going to sway with them. You may even sweep them. So we'll see, how things break down, how things shake out, but I'm still liking this Bengals team, but not loving it. Will you win that elusive playoff game? I can't say that quite yet. And as for the Dolphins, you guys have a huge stretch coming up because we are about to figure out how bad you are. You have 4 home games coming up in a bye week, okay? So if I'm Ryan Tannehill, if I'm Matt Moore, if I'm Kenyon Drake, if I'm Arian Foster, if I'm Jay Ajayi, I'm happy because I get to just set up camp in Miami. We ain't going nowhere for a month, okay? You ain't going nowhere. Figure out how to play football again because y'all obviously don't know offensively after today. Y'all weren't moving the football, okay? Figure out how to play football. Adam Gase, figure out who needs to be your starting quarterback because right now you don't have a clue. Honestly, to me, I might put Matt Moore in, not because Ryan Tannehill played bad today. I just think that they need some sort of, influx of energy. I think this is just a low-energy football team offensively right now. So figure out what you need to do because and these 4 home games are not hard. You guys go up against the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets all at home. You need to win, I think, 2 of those games if you want to, say at least we're a decent football team. If you lose all 4, you stink. You're horrible. You're one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. If you win 1, okay, you're pretty freaking bad, but you're not the worst. If you win 2, you're decent. If you win all 4, you're back in it, baby. But we'll see if that happens. We'll take it one game at a time. And as for the Cincinnati Bengals, next week you guys go up against the Dallas Cowboys at Dallas. And I have you guys winning this game. I think it's going to be a huge win for the Cincinnati Bengals in Dallas. We'll see how Dallas performs this week, but I really don't care. I think the Bengals are going to go to Dallas and win that football game, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. So there you go. What were you guys' thoughts on that Thursday night football game? Comment down below. I want to know if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and most importantly to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.